I'm going to now try and shift gears a bit and bring in the finance side of the panel. And I'm going to start with Shoaib here, who's been heading State Life Insurance Company for the last about 4 to 5 years. And something very remarkable has happened. When we think about growth, we want to learn from people who are doing what looks like things being done right. So Shoaib, at State Life Corporation, I understand that you guys have grown revenue by about 200% in the last 3 to 4 years. And you've also grown bottom line by around 300%. Now that's really remarkable. Not only is the top line growing, because top line growth sometimes can be, you can purchase growth in a sense. But getting bottom line growth, you're really doing something right there. So what's the story there? What are lessons that you have sort of learned along the way that you can tell us about? And how did that story unfold over the last 3 to 4 years in a relatively, one could say, unsexy, possibly, with due regards, a sector like insurance? So tell us the story.
I mean, one thing you got right of us being very unsexy. I always joke that insurance is the unglamorous cousin of the financial family. You see, to understand what's driven State Life's growth, I think one thing is that yes, I did join State Life about 4 years ago. I wasn't in Pakistan, effectively my first real job in Pakistan. And as you said earlier in your comments, that take it back 2-3 years ago, the uncertainty, instability Pakistan was going through, a growth story during that same time period does stand out. And what did we do differently in a nutshell? We focused on the Pakistani market. At the end of the day, we talk a lot about business and revenue growth and what we can do, what we can innovate. But it needs to be purpose-driven. There needs to be a goal defined. And when we innovate, the question that I asked myself and the leadership team, what or who are we innovating for? Now, Pakistan is a market of 250 million people. It has a significant middle class. People are, yes, there are difficulties, but one way or the other, people are moving from one cadre to the other. They are surviving. So our focus really became, given that we're an insurance company, that we need to understand the market, the needs of the people, and develop products that meet the need of the people. So we understand the diversity of our market, gender diversity, focus more on the women folk. They're not looked at. They are 50% of our population. What do they need? How can we serve their needs? We look at our population split. We have a youthful population, so looking at the, like you said, digitalized product line, digitalized services. We also look at the income brackets. So yes, we have the high net worths, which usually the boutique firms and large financial companies run after, but actually in volumes, we have a very, what you may call, the middle class or the mass affluent class. We have that established over here, and then we've got the low income which are rising. And if you look at all these diversifications, you understand the needs are very, very different. And we initially in the first year went into a product development buzz. I think we could develop more than 30 to 60 new products in just the first 12 to 18 months. But what that did was it made us ready to actually go out to our customers, have that conversation with them, and understand what we can do to better protect their lives. So one is that. Second is understanding the financial markets of Pakistan. I think the way, yes, stock markets is one thing, but the way the market has grown, I suppose it is State Life, as Amjad Saab will say over here, State Life played a heavy role when the market was at about 40,000, below 40,000, now it's at 160,000. So reviving the market. And you must remember that State Life, because it's an insurance company, we take the long-term view. So when we come into the financial markets with purpose, we provide confidence to the rest of the market, not only domestic, but also the foreign investors. We know that when the foreign investors look into the Pakistani stock market, they're looking at who are the real institutional investors, long-term investors, because then they know their capital is going to be safe, that these people are there not for short-term gains, but for long-term investment. And if I give you a very succinct statistic. I think it was in 2023 when the stock market started going back up. State Life invested, I think, net about 45 billion into the Pakistan stock market in that 1 year. When the market was at 36, 38,000, that's when we went in. The entire foreign investment was about 25 billion. So while we chase the foreign investment, etc., we need to understand the power that our own in-house financial institutions have, and how do we unlock that power. So, in a nutshell, focusing on our domestic market, understanding what they need, backing ourselves that we can provide the protection and the security the people of Pakistan need, developing products for them, delivering and servicing for them, and of course then backing ourselves up with the financial, when we say we are a Pakistani company, then we believe in Pakistan. And what better way to show that than to invest back in Pakistan, which we've done through the capital markets.